James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is February 6, 2023, noon central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, the swarm of earthquakes in Turkey continues 16 hours after it started with a 7.8 magnitude earthquake. As you can see, there's not a lot of large earthquake activity around the globe. It seems to all be centered right there on the border of Turkey and Syria. We're talking about some large earthquakes. We had a 7.8, a 7.5 this morning, a 6.7 last night, a 6.0. The list goes on and on. Let's zoom in and take a look. Okay, when World News Report today first reported on this early yesterday evening, we had a total of 7 earthquakes. This all started with a very powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake that actually released the equivalent energy of 472.4 atomic bombs worth of energy. That was shortly followed by this 6.7 magnitude earthquake in the same area, i.e. a very large aftershock that almost released 11 more atomic bombs worth of energy. Again, when we started this last night, there had been 7 earthquakes. There are now 71 earthquakes in that exact area. Absolutely unbelievable. We had a 7.8 start off with, the 6.7 followed. The 7.5 magnitude actually has just occurred about an hour ago. A 6.0, and then we get into some 5s. 5.8, 5.7, a couple of 5.6s. You don't see any very small earthquakes whatsoever here. These are all basically sizable earthquakes. Imagine 71 of them, and the rumbling continues. It's very, very hard to even comprehend. I've not seen an earthquake swarm like this, well, since I've been looking at earthquakes. The original 7.8 earthquake was at, according to the USGS, 17.9 kilometers. They've actually upgraded it on the DYFI shake map. It's all red now. The shake map used to be, I believe, an 8. It is now a 9, bringing it to red. What else do we have? Well, actually, right after the 7.8, we had a 6.7 aftershock. This is the one that released almost 11 more atomic bombs worth of energy. This 7.5, and it's really hard to call it an aftershock, has occurred since the main swarm started. The swarm is continuous, and we've actually seen a gain of 2 earthquakes since we've been filming, and we've been filming for less than 5 minutes. I have often talked about this area. Mainstream geology thinks the next major quake will occur somewhere right in the Greece-Turkey area. This earthquake here and the swarm here are these plate boundaries that are separated, trying to get together so that they can release pressure. And they will do whatever it takes, period. So a lot of disconnected plates here. There's one here, there's one under Sicily, there's a small one right there, another one here, here, here. They're all over this region. A major plate boundary that has not yet connected is right under this swarm here. You see the 7.5 and 7.8 here. When I add all of the information, I do want to pull up the 7.5, a major magnitude 7.5. Was this an aftershock? It sure appears that way. Basically, we confirmed the 7.5. They don't have a depth. They're giving it a 10-kilometer depth right now. I'm sure even the seismograms are in terrible shape at this point. It released another 167 atomic bombs worth of energy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an unheard of situation. Let's continue. I'd like to add, even though the USGS reported this as a 7.5, China came in at a 7.8, and, well, so did the Australians, a 7.8. Germany came in at 7.6. So there's a very good chance that this was a stronger earthquake than indicated by the USGS, as is usually the case. We've had numerous collapsed buildings, as everyone knows. Numerous populated areas have been struck, and any type of rescue efforts are obviously being hampered by the continuing swarm. I will also say that this looks like it's moving into the Greece area, i.e. moving towards the west here. This is much more active than we will regularly see this particular area here. You know what the Bible always says about the attack of Israel down here. The great earthquake would come and stop the attack. It's not being attacked currently, but ladies and gentlemen, this may be a precursor to that event. So if you start looking at some of the smaller earthquakes, the number is going to shoot up from 71 to well over 100 in this swarm of earthquakes. It now reaches all the way to Greece from Syria, and I'm afraid that the loss of life is going to be extensive, as we know that numerous high-rise living facilities have collapsed, probably full when they collapsed with individuals. So what is causing this huge swarm of earthquakes? Now 73, we've picked up 2 more right here in this area. Well, I cannot determine for sure, but first off, this is a volcanic ridge that you can see coming through here. These are all tectonic plate boundaries, and one of the plate boundaries ends here, the other one ends under the earthquakes itself. I believe that these plate tectonic boundaries are trying to join so that the pressure can flow through the plate boundaries and be released, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. My guess is this energy will move through the other plate boundaries and end up in different areas, and we might see earthquakes on the exact opposite side of the globe. The question is what is on the exact opposite side of the globe? You guys tell me in the comments below. Please share, subscribe, and always remember that anything is possible in Bizarro World.